Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a coconut and mango mousse cake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to make the cake. To do that, grab yourself a large bowl and place in your butter and sugar. Beat the two together until they're lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. Once you've achieved that, you can then go ahead and add in your eggs. Once the eggs have been fully incorporated, you can then go ahead and add in your coconut emulsion and your vanilla extract. Mix until they have been fully incorporated. After that, you can give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is a good way just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. Now go ahead and alternate between your dry and wet. So for me, that is the flour and the baking powder. Mix that in on a low speed, and once that's incorporated, add in around half of your coconut milk. Once the coconut milk has been incorporated, 1/3 of your flour, then the other half coconut milk and the final third of your flour. Then go ahead and just give the bowl a final scraping down, and this will be to incorporate those bits that haven't been fully worked in from earlier on. So don't forget to get at the very top of the bowl and the very bottom of the bowl. You can then go ahead and divide the cake batter between your cake tins. Feel free to eyeball it, but I like to weigh it out. Then place it to your preheated oven and bake it off. And while your cakes are baking, feel free to start on the mousse, or I waited till my cakes were baked and then made the mousse. Start by soaking your gelatin leaves in some water and set aside. Then into a saucepan add in your milk and vanilla extract, then place on the hob, let that come up to a heat. While you wait for that, add into a large bowl your sugar and egg yolks and whisk until they are fully combined. You're looking for them to be lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. Once they are, you can then go ahead and add in around a splash of the milk and just whisk that in. That'll help to temper it. Then add the rest and keep whisking while you do so. Once the milk has been fully incorporated, you can then transfer back into the pan and then just keep whisking until you have a thicker consistency. Once you have and it's become much more custard-like, you can then set it aside until it's needed a little later on. Then into another bowl, add in your double cream and whisk it up until it reaches stiff peaks, being careful to not over or under whip at this stage. You can then go ahead and squeeze the water out of the gelatin. Once you've done that, you can then go ahead and add it into the hot mixture that we had from earlier on and just keep whisking it in until it's fully incorporated. You're looking for there to be no traces of the gelatin whatsoever, so just keep whisking until it's fully incorporated. Once it has been, you can then pass it through a sieve, and this will just help to remove any lumps that may be in the mixture or any bits of gelatin that may not have been fully melted earlier on, but for me this wasn't the problem. But just do this as it will help to save you end result that isn't very pleasant. Then into your smooth mixture add in your coconut puree and just whisk that in until it's fully incorporated. It does change the colour and consistency, but this is completely normal. Then you can go ahead and just keep whisking until it's fully incorporated. Then set aside your cakes, and I levelled mine out and just put one into the base of the deep side tin, so I did it with 2 in one tin and 1 in another. But then into your mixture, the mousse mixture, add in the cream and just fold all of this in until it's fully incorporated. It changes the colour and consistency, but this is completely normal, but it's part of the process for the mousse, as this is a babois. It's more of a set mousse rather than the other kind of mousse that you can get. You can then go ahead and divide the mousse mixture on top of your sponges into the deeper side one. I weighed it in to both, but then I put the second layer of cake on top, as the mousse is pretty firm. It holds its shape pretty well, so putting it on there will not make a difference. I weighed it this time, but feel free to eyeball it, whichever works best for yourself. It's really up to you. Then chill in the fridge until needed much later on. Once you're ready and your mousse is set, you can stack the single layer on top of the double layer and then be good, but you'll be fine until then. Once you're ready, you can then make your ganache and top that on top of your cake and just spread and level it out as best as you possibly can. Decorate it however you'd like. I just did a swirl with a small cranked palette knife, but feel free to do whatever you'd like. And then I just also added some rose petals around the edges just to add a little bit of something, because why not? So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and a link to my social medias. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.